Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into historical facts that everyone believes, but surprise, they're actually false. So buckle up that 10% of the brain we all use, or do we? And get ready for a mind-blowing ride through history. History's greatest lies. 20 false historical facts you've always believed. Nero played the fiddle while Rome burned. The infamous Nero. Despite the legend, he likely wasn't fiddling while Rome burned. Rome under Nero burned in 64 AD, while the first recorded reference of a fiddle is not for almost 850 years later. George Washington had wooden teeth. We all learned this in school, right? Surprisingly, George Washington's teeth were not made of wood, but rather a combination of human teeth, animal teeth, and ivory. You have to admit, though, it was still pretty impressive for the time. Napoleon Bonaparte was short. The truth? Napoleon was actually of average height for his time. He had a measured height of 1.69 meters, or 5 feet 5 inches at the time of his death. Vikings wore horned helmets. This iconic image is a creation of 19th century artists. There's no evidence Vikings wore such helmets in battle. The Great Wall of China is visible from space. Astronauts have confirmed that without aid, it's not visible from the Earth's orbit. Marie Antoinette said, "Let them eat cake." There's actually no record of her saying this. It was most likely propaganda by her political opponents. Witches were burned at the stake in Salem. While this was popular in Europe, in the United States no one was burned. Other than a couple of drownings, the majority were hanged. Albert Einstein failed math. In reality, Einstein excelled at math and physics. He did neglect other subjects, however, to the great displeasure of his teachers. People in the Middle Ages thought the earth was flat. Educated people since the time of the ancient Greeks have known the earth is spherical. The Iron Maiden was a medieval torture device. It was actually invented in the 18th century based on what many scholars believe to be a fictional story about the 15th century and likely never used for torture. Benjamin Franklin wanted the turkey as the US national bird. Franklin merely was commenting on how he did not think the eagle was a respectable bird, and jokingly said he found the turkey to be more respectable. The Forbidden City is the largest palace in the world. It's actually the Flower Palace in Brunei. Istana Nurul Aman, as it is actually called, contains 200,000 square meters of floor space, while the Forbidden City has a combined floor space of 150,001 square meters. Julius Caesar was born by Caesarean section. The procedure was named after him because during his time, a law was decreed that required the child of a mother who had died during childbirth to be cut from her womb. But it wasn't how he was born. Lady Godiva rode naked through the streets of Coventry. While Lady Godiva did exist, and was from Coventry, there is no historical records that this story is true. The first records of this story wasn't until about 100 years after her death, and was told by a monk known for telling tall tales. The Spanish Inquisition expectedly tortured and killed thousands. While 150,000 people were actually prosecuted for various offenses during this time, only 2.7% of these, or 3,000 to 5,000 people, were executed. The 1929 stock market crash caused people to throw themselves from windows. This is a well-known story, and while several deaths were reported during this period, none of those reported were related to the financial crises. Cleopatra was Egyptian. Cleopatra was of Macedonian descent and had little, if any, Egyptian blood. The Boston Tea Party participants were Native Americans. The rebellious Tea Party participants were mostly from a group of political dissidents, but some were random citizens who had joined the group en route to the harbor. Others were men from distinguished families who did not want their names to be publicly associated with such illegal activity. To protect their identities, the participants disguised themselves as Native Americans. Catherine the Great died having sex with a horse. The origin of the horse story is unknown, though it may have been aimed at undercutting her claims to greatness. Catherine the Great actually died alone in her bedroom and of natural causes. Humans only use 10% of their brains. This myth persists, but modern brain imaging shows that we use most of our brains. Different areas serve various functions, and no significant untapped potential exists. And there you have it, folks, some historical facts that crumble under scrutiny. History is full of surprises, isn't it? Before you go, drop a comment below with the fact that surprised you the most. And remember, stay curious and keep questioning. Until next time.